Alright guys, so today I'm going to show you the easiest baby back rib recipe that you'll ever come across. It may not be as good as some traditional smokers. I know there's a lot of people going to give us shit for baking our ribs. But 275 for 2 hours, and we're going to finish them on the grill. And I'm going to tell you what, they turn out amazing. So I got these baby backs from Sam's. Before I froze them, cut them in half, obviously, so they'll fit in the bag a little easier, fit in my freezer a little easier. We've got 2 full racks here. I'm not going to show you all of them, but first we want to get these on the back side. There's going to be a little skin, a membrane that we want to get off of there.
What kind of knife would you recommend using for it?
Honestly, it doesn't even have to be a knife. You could use a spoon. It's just to get this little skin right here started. That's what you're looking for. Okay. And it's really slippery, so if you grab a paper towel, sometimes you can grab onto it better. And that's going to pull right off the back. And all you want to do is just nice and easy, get that all peeled off. Comes off in a whole piece like that, and that's just going to be trash. This isn't an absolute must, but it does make it a little more tender. If you don't take that skin off, you're just going to have a little bit chewier of rib at the end, which a lot of people don't mind. I like mine probably more than a traditional rib purist. I like mine falling off the bone. So on this guy for seasoning, we're just going to be using whatever your favorite barbecue rub is, really. This came from a guy who does the Pit Boss competition blends. He sells the smokers. We've got a Pit Boss vertical. This is his cow dust. He's got a pig dust as well. I personally like the cow dust. So we're just going to get that on here. Pretty generous, because some of it's going to come off in the oven.
And of course, rub it, pat it in.
Exactly, we're just going to get it rubbed in. And even though the back doesn't really have too much meat, still going to get it in there. You can put some mustard or something on your ribs first if you don't think it's sticking well enough. And then just get it off the board here.
And I cannot tell you guys how good this smells. It literally smells amazing.
And just hopefully wonderful. We'll be able to fit all 4 on here. Basically 3 more in the bags here. And I'm going to wash my hands one more time real quick. So the next thing we're going to want to do is just a little bit of apple cider vinegar. And it's just going to go in the bottom of the pan here.
And what is that?
So once this is all ready to go in the oven, we're going to wrap it in tin foil, tent over the top nice and tight, 275, 2 hours. And this is just going to help break down that tougher meat in the ribs and give it a little moisture so it doesn't dry out. But I've tried apple juice. It seems to just kind of bubble up and burn. I've tried orange juice. Seems like apple cider vinegar works the best. So I'm going to finish up getting the others rubbed here, and we'll show you what they look like before they go in.
Awesome.
Alright, so this is all 4, or I should say 2 racks of ribs. Got everything rubbed. Got that tiny bit of apple cider vinegar, just enough to coat the bottom. Oven 275. We're going to take 2 pieces of tin foil. This is kind of a wide pan, just enough to get it nice and tight around all the edges. And we'll take the second piece here. And like I said, it's going to go in there for 2 hours. We'll check back. It's 3 o'clock right now. Should be ready right about 5. And what we'll do is just peek in and look for those bones to start being exposed. I know a lot of people use a thermometer, but you can really tell on ribs just by the look and the feel. And then we'll head outside and do the grill. So we'll see you in about 2 hours. So as you can see here, grill's about 650 degrees.
Toasty.
We'll turn that bad boy down now.
Look, a cute little kid. 'Cause views. And also he's cute. Don't forget to lubricate your cooking service, everyone.
I do it with the flame off. You don't necessarily have to. It just kind of seems to try and travel up the can.
That might be a little not fun.
And I'm going to start with your side that you want people to see down and no sauce.
And why is that?
So the hot grates are going to make it look nice, I guess.
Okay, gotcha.
So get those guys put on there.
Again, I wish you guys were here because the smell is just absolutely astounding. Alright, and then how long are we going to let this cook, Mr. Tyler?
So the cooking's all done.
Okay.
You can see all these bones are starting to pop through. They're showing down there. So all this is going to be to get your sauce caramelized and to get a little texture on the outside of it.
Gotcha.
And I'm just using some Sweet Baby Ray's, pretty generic sauce. You can find it anywhere. And let me grab a brush.
But yeah, definitely feel free to use your own favorite kind of barbecue sauce, whatever you like. You won't have to use this one in particular. But yeah, that's what's kind of left over. Most likely, I assume, waste. Though I'm sure you could probably find some way to use it. But now, are there any ways to use what's left in that pan over there, or is that just kind of toss it after?
Yeah, I don't think there's any really good reason to use any of that.
Okay.
It was more or less just to break down the meat, get it nice and tender, and this backside's obviously not going to be quite as important because there's not really much meat on it.
Gotcha.
But I always like to do both sides, why not?
Definitely. Extra flavor. Really make sure you guys kind of, looks like, just get it in every nook and cranny that you can and make sure she's nice and covered.
Okay. So, we'll take a peek. You need to get one of those rubber basting brushes.
So you're not having to pick all the little hairs
Those
out.
are just getting a little old. Okay, so now you can see the color starting on that side. And we'll get these flipped and basted. And they'll be pretty close to done.
Long as far as just waiting them to cook in the oven. So then after that, I mean, have absolutely gorgeous ribs.
And like I said, the reason I did this instead of using the smoker is, you know, during the quarantine, everyone pretty much has an oven and a grill. If you don't have a grill, you could even turn your oven on to broil at the very end and just do the same thing, baste them and put it on broil. And,
for how long would you recommend?
You know, it's all going to be eyeball. Just keep an eye on them. Broil is going to be upwards of 500 degrees in the oven.
Okay. So pretty fast.
So it's going to go pretty fast.
And what are you looking for if you broil them?
So really just that color.
Okay.
All we're doing here is caramelizing the barbecue sauce.
Okay.
and getting some color on them. I'll let those sit for a minute, give them a couple more flips and bastes, and we'll be done.
Sounds good.
On that side now, we will flip these back over, give them one more baste on each side, and they'll be done. So, see, now you can see this has got nice and sticky. That's exactly what we're looking for.
A little dollop of barbecue sauce called good. Looks looking good. And yeah, you can definitely see like on those how that bone's starting to peel off the meat a little bit.
Alright, so in another minute or so, maybe two on that side, we'll flip these back over for their last turn.
Yeah, the grill marks look absolutely amazing on them. Wow.
And this last one, we're just going to do very light. It's already got pretty much everything it needs.
And obviously, you guys, you know, feel free to, you know, do it however much you like. You know, if you like your saucier, obviously do more. And if you don't like it as much, obviously don't do as much. But
yeah, and this is just on its last leg.
so that's the thing. If you guys know why you know there's a preference over using the hairbrushes as opposed to silicone, drop it down in the comments, like as to why the hair ones might be a little bit better. But obviously, I'm kind of thinking the silicone ones would be a little bit better. But you know, if it comes down to your guys' preference, let us know what you like about each, and let us know in the comments.
Alrighty, last turn. I'm going to finish them off on the top side. I like my barbecue sauce to be cooked. And we'll close that up, turn it off, and I'm going to grab a pan.
Say hi. Say hi. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing, cutie pie? Yeah. You're gonna be famous, dude.
Alrighty. And here is our final product.
I cannot express to you guys how amazing this smells. Absolutely gorgeous.
So the last thing I like to do is get all my ribs cut individually. Just try and get it as evenly as possible. This way people don't have to deal with, you know, a whole rack of ribs.
How juicy are they? That's the question. Yeah, super juicy.
And super hot.
Yes. Oh, ribs out into the light so the people can see. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. And how much would you say this was, like, altogether?
So I got these 3 racks for 27 bucks. So basically this would be $20 worth of ribs right here.
That's not bad. I mean, that's like, you know, like that little amount might be what you get at a restaurant.
And I mean, these are meaty.
$20.
They're not little ribs. Like,
yeah.
And just see the juices just.
Yeah, That's so juicy, my goodness.
So, for not being traditional, authentic smoked barbecued ribs, I say give this a shot if you don't have a smoker. And
even if you do have a smoker, give it a shot.
Yeah, if you're in a hurry, it's pop them in the oven and grill them for a few minutes and you're done.
Yeah.
So.
Because, 2 hours, that gives you time to hang out with friends if you're having friends over, watch TV.
Right.
Do all sorts of things. In 2 hours, we got a lot done because we're filming another video for a Celica. And, we got some stuff done for that. So. Tyler is definitely a master chef. He just doesn't want to admit it. But, yeah. Easy way to make ribs at home if you don't have a smoker. Very nice.